Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a sip and makeup. I haven't done one of these in a few weeks and I got a new eyeshadow palette and I really wanted to use it today, and if you've been here for a while you may know which palette it is. So I obviously have it on my eyes right now and I was so excited to use it. So I'm just doing my makeup with you today, and if you know the palette, before you keep watching the video, comment it down below and let me know which palette you think I bought. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I love to do all kinds of makeup content, drugstore and high-end, here on YouTube. And I like to do videos that I call sip and makeup, where we just sit and put on whatever makeup we're in the mood to use and drink coffee, water, wine, whatever you want, and just enjoy the process of putting makeup on. So I hope you'll stick around and subscribe, but let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, we're gonna do my eyebrows first. I'm gonna use my Patrick Ta Brow Wax, surprise, surprise, but I'm gonna use the tinted one today. You guys, I did want to show you this. I'm going to be filming an empties video here in the next week or so, but I'll give you a sneak peek. Look, I finished it. It's all gone. All gone. And I'm so proud of myself. This is so satisfying. But now we got to move on to the tinted one. You guys, my hair, I really should have washed it last night, but do you ever have those days where you just do not have the energy to do the whole hair washing thing? For me, washing my hair is like a production because it takes so long. I mean, washing it itself doesn't take that long, but I just have a lot of hair. So when I wash my hair, that's why I only do it once or twice a week, because it takes forever for me to wash my hair, let it air dry, then blow it dry, then curl it or straighten it or whatever I'm doing. It just takes forever. And I just didn't have the energy last night. So that is why I have this high slick back bun today. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of brush through them like always and kind of brush them up like this, and then I'll just kind of let them sit for a few minutes and then we'll fill them in. Okay, we're gonna move on to the face. And you guys, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I have a newer primer that I want to use again today. And I've used this a few times, but I have not used it in a video yet. And I feel like I have to use primer for quite a while to decide if I really like it, especially because I've never been just a huge primer person. But I have been trying this one from Peter Thomas Roth, and it's the Skin to Die For primer. And it says it's a no filter mattifying primer and complexion perfector. So it's definitely one of those silicone-y type primers. It kind of reminds me of the Professional by Benefit. So that's what it looks like. It has a little bit of a tint to it. But the few times I've used this, I have to say I actually liked it. And I thought that my foundation looked really, really good on top of it. And I don't know if it was just me making that up because I knew I was using a primer, but I thought it actually made a difference in the way my foundation looked on my face, at least. Something else really interesting about this primer is it says universal shade on it, so it almost makes it seem like they're saying this gives you some kind of coverage. Yeah, like on the back of the box it says can be used under makeup or alone for a naturally beautiful, no filter look. Okay, so here's what the primer looks like up close, and obviously it claims to be a mattifying primer, and it definitely does kind of mattify your face, which I, a few years ago, would have never wanted a mattifying primer, but I don't know, sometimes I kind of want the option of having something mattifying to prime my face with instead of something super glowy, just because I have so many glowy foundations and highlighters. So I don't know, we will see, but so far I'm kind of liking it, and I haven't noticed it pilling or anything underneath makeup so far, so I'm excited to see how it does today. All right, I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury corrector today, since this is in my project pan, and I have my project pan update, my first update, probably in the next week. That video will go up, but I'm trying to use as much of this as I can. Definitely need even more help than normal in the dark circle department this week, because if you saw one of my videos earlier in the week, I haven't been feeling the best. I finally feel a lot better today, yesterday and today. But whenever I don't feel well, my darkness under my eyes gets even worse. So I definitely need some help from my corrector. For foundation today, I'm going to use Armani Luminous Silk. I have two of them. This one is shade 4, and I also have shade 5. Shade 4 is a little more golden, shade 5 is a little more neutral. So I usually kind of mix the two of them together. Actually, after I film this video, I am thinking about, well, I'm going to clean all my makeup brushes or wash them because it's just time, and I'm thinking about doing like a mini declutter or something while I do that, and kind of share with you my favorite makeup brushes as I do it or something, because I've done a makeup brush video, was it this year or last year? But I kind of wanted to do an updated one because I've had a few people ask about all of my favorite brushes. If you watch my videos all the time, you probably know what a lot of them are. But I think I might do that today because number one, I definitely have a few brushes that I feel like I could definitely get rid of. I use pretty much the same ones consistently. Thinking I might do that after I film this video. So let me know if that's something you want to see. Yeah, I can just kind of tell that I'm hitting that point where my makeup brushes aren't applying my foundation as well, and almost always if you notice that and that starts happening to you, it's usually because you need to clean your makeup brushes. All right, you guys, I don't know if you can see on camera, but I was just looking up close at this cheek, and it's so strange. There's definitely something going on with the foundation right here. I don't know if it's the foundation or if it's that primer or what, but there's some pilling going on this cheek, but there's not pilling on this side or anywhere else on my face, which is odd because I put the same products on my whole face, but it's only picking up on this side. So I don't know what that is, but I use that primer with the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation yesterday and I had no issues. And I use the exact same skincare underneath. So I don't know if it's this Armani. The last time I mixed Armani with something, I had issues with pilling. I mixed it with my NARS foundation. You may have seen that video when I had the Get Ready With Me for a Rehearsal dinner. And now it's pilling, but only on this cheek. So I don't know what's going on there. Because if it's pilling, it should be pilling everywhere. I mean, it's not a ton, but it's definitely there if you look up close. Anyway, I'll have to keep you updated. I'm going to keep trying that primer. That's always my issue with primers. I feel like they interfere too much with other products on top. But it could also be like maybe this brush had something on it that, I don't know. We'll just have to see, but I was going to point that out because that's annoying. I hate it when that happens. So for concealer, I'm going to use two different ones. I'm going to use the Rare Beauty concealer. I don't even know if I told you guys I got this concealer again in another color. That happened well, I guess now it's been a few months, but I had this concealer back when it first came out. I had a shade that was really, really light on me, but I got 210 Neutral to try because I'm pretty sure the reason I did not like it before was not the concealer, it was that the shade was way too light. So I'm gonna try this one. And then I'm also gonna take the Armani Luminous Silk concealer in the shade number 4. This one is pretty light, so I usually just kind of put this in this inner corner. And the Armani one also doesn't have very much coverage. That's why I like to mix it with something. And I'm just gonna blend this out with my Sigma F03 brush. I've never mixed these two concealers before, so we'll see how they work. You never know when you mix things. That's the hard part about mixing, is you just never really know. I think the shade I had before in the Rare Beauty was 180 Warm, I want to say. It was the same shade I had in the foundation, but I decluttered it because I wasn't a huge fan of the foundation and I didn't like the shade of the concealer. Let me get my mirror and look up close, make sure nothing else weird is happening. Okay, I don't see any pilling. I don't know, I almost feel like even my side of my nose right here looks kind of weird with that concealer on top. It could be from that primer, I don't know. I'm gonna keep using it, I'll keep you guys updated on it, but I just don't know, I don't ever have super fantastic luck with primers. I'm gonna take a bit, I'm just kind of experimenting. I'm gonna take this Rare Beauty concealer and add a little bit of it where that pilling was happening and see if that seems to pill. Because if it does, maybe it's not the primer and it's that Armani foundation, which could be the case. So I'm gonna use this same brush and kind of tap that in, and then I'll look up close and we'll see if it looks any different. I mean, I still notice a little bit of something going on, but I almost feel like it looks a little bit better when I put that concealer on top, so I don't know. But I will keep you guys updated on this. Let me know if you've tried it or if you know anything about it, or maybe you've tried it and you had something odd happen, or maybe you love it. Just let me know. Okay, I am actually gonna set my face today with a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, I don't need to use a lot because we did use that mattifying primer, but I'm just gonna lightly kind of go over the cheek area and around my mouth. Since I am gonna use a good bit of that eyeshadow palette today, I'm just gonna also set that concealer under my eyes. Just in case we have any fallout, it won't stick to the concealer. For bronzer, I'm gonna use my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. I'm gonna use a good bit of it since I have my hair up like this. I feel like I always want to use more bronzer for some reason when I wear my hair in a high bun like this. And I'm trying to use this Milani bronzer up anyway. I was just looking at this cheek again, and now that we've applied that bronzer and the powder, the pilling looks better. So I don't know what's happening over here. But for blush, you guys, I just did my video on this yesterday, but I have to use this again because I just have to. So we're going to use the Patrick Ta blush palette again, and I think I want to use She's Baked today. So this deeper kind of mauve-y reddish blush. I did my review of this, so I'll link it for you above if you didn't see it so you can watch it. But oh my gosh, it's gonna be really hard not to use this now because I love it that much. It is so stunning. So I'm gonna go in with the powder first. And this is the Sigma Cinderella blush brush that came in the brush set from that collab. It's not my favorite blush brush. It's a little harder to work with. It's a little dense, especially for these blushes because they're so pigmented, but my other brushes are all extremely dirty. So we're gonna go with this one. This is the brush I used with this color yesterday, so I'll just use it again. It's BK Beauty 106. And I'm just gonna pounce this on over it. I mean, look at this. And I posted on my community tab this morning that Sephora had this in stock again today. So they had it yesterday and then it was gone in like an hour. And then when I looked again this morning, it was back in stock. So I don't know how it could go out and be back in stock that quickly. Unless like, I don't know if they had like some returns or something. I don't know. But if you want it, when I'm filming this right now, it is still in stock. So I'll link it below. And if it is, I would go ahead and buy it if you want it, because I don't know when or if or how many times it's going to be restocked. All right, now I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows, and I think I'm going to use my Benefit pencil today and just very lightly fill them in before we move on to the eyeshadow. Okay, I went ahead and primed my eyes with my NARS eyeshadow base, and now we're gonna move on to the palette. This is what I've been waiting for. Part of me can't wait to use this, but I also, it's so pretty. Palettes are so pretty when they're brand new. You almost hate to mess them up, but we're going to. So let's see, what palette or what color? I'm gonna go into this one. This is just like a basic cream shade. And I'm just gonna put that all over the eye to start out with. This is called Quartz. Ooh, okay, that's a very bright. Ooh, yeah, that's a really good cream. I think I said this in one of my last videos, but when you use a palette for the first time and this type of shade, like this really basic cream color, is a good one right off the bat, that's usually a good sign that that palette is going to be good. And of course you do get the double-ended brush from Sigma, which is always so nice. So I'm going to use this today. I'm going to go into this shade that is called Innocent. So it's kind of a mauve-y, it almost looks like pink, but it also has a little bit of purple to it. And this one is a matte, but I'm going to use this in my crease as our base transition shade. Oh yeah, that color's nice. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Almost looks kind of gray on your eyes, but it's nice. So when I'm filming this, it is October 29th. So this weekend is Halloween, Sunday is Halloween. Are you guys Halloween people? I have never been into Halloween. It's just not my thing. I know a lot of people really get into it, and that's maybe not so much anymore, but I know it used to be pretty popular on YouTube for like beauty YouTubers to do Halloween makeup tutorials, and I think some of them still do them. I don't know. Halloween is not my thing. Actually, when I was little, I mentioned in one of my get to know me videos, I have a younger brother. He is, well, we're about the same age. He's about 2 years younger than me, but we were terrified of Halloween when we were little. We were scared to death of people being dressed up of anything. Literally, like, we couldn't go to Target during the month of October or whenever they had the Halloween stuff. Like, we wouldn't walk by that section because we were scared of it. How funny is that? That's not the reason I don't like it now. I'm not scared of it anymore, but we were never really into it as kids, and now as an adult, I am not into it either. I don't know. Something about it just does not excite me. But y'all have to let me know. I love pumpkins, and I love a good pumpkin spice latte. But in terms of Halloween and dressing up and stuff, it's not my thing. All right, I think I'm gonna go into this shade next, which is called Loam. Kind of looks like a deeper taupe. And I'm gonna use a MAC 217 brush with this shade and just pack this on the outer corner. But yeah, I cannot believe October is almost over. This month has literally like flown by. I don't know if I've mentioned this in a video, but I am thinking about trying to continue to post daily in November and try not to like put a ton of pressure on myself if I miss a day or something. But here's the thing, I'm the type of person when I like make a goal for myself and say I'm gonna do something, like I want to do it. I do not want to quit. So if I say I'm gonna do it, like this month, even when I was sick, I was like, no, I don't care if I'm sick or not. I'm going to get these videos up. I'm not gonna miss a day. And I like that about myself, but I also don't always love that about myself because sometimes things happen and you just can't always control things. But I have really enjoyed posting every day this month, even though it's hard. And anyway, I'm trying to reach my 5,000 subscribers goal by the end of the year, and I don't know, this month my channel has grown quite a bit from posting every day, so I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but we'll see if I can make it happen. I am going to use some MAC Fix Plus and spray the smaller end of the brush that comes in the palette. I kind of want to use this one. This one looks very interesting to me. It's called Metamorphosis, but I can't even really tell what color it is. It looks like so many colors. Ooh, when I got it wet, it like changed color totally. Okay, let's try this. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Do you see that? Oh my gosh, how pretty. I knew I've been wanting this palette for a reason. So I'm not gonna go all the way into the inner corner. I'm just kind of tapping it in the center and kind of bringing it up quite a bit. Oh my gosh, do you see that? I hope you can see it on camera. Oh my gosh, it looks almost blue and pink. and purple all at once. I think I'm going to use this bright pinky shimmer called Budding, but I also kind of want to use this lavender. No, I'll use the pink one. And I'm going to spray the brush again. Put this on the inner corner. Oh my lord. And just try to carve out the lid there. We're going to go into that one, Claystone, with a small brush. This is the What's Up Beauty R102. And I'm going to pack this very lightly on the outer corner. And then I'll take the fluffy end of the brush it came with and just kind of lightly go over everything. Blend it out just a little bit more. Kind of want to just leave it alone how it is, but I might take a little bit of Sunburst, which is right here. It's kind of a metallic gold, like a really light gold. And I think I might tap just a tiny bit of that in the inner corner just to brighten that up just a little bit more. I'm gonna take this little Real Techniques brush. This is a fine liner brush. I never use this, but I don't know. We're gonna try it, and I'm gonna take the black up here called, well, I think it's black, but it could be like a really dark gray, I don't know. And I'm gonna attempt to do some type of line on my eyes with this. Oh, wow, that's very liquidy. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like the brush, at least. All right, let's try just using an angled brush like I normally do. And I'm not gonna dampen it anymore. I'm just gonna kind of stamp over that wet liner. And then I'll try to do a little bit of a wing, we'll see. All right, I wanted to use my BK Beauty 208 angled brush, but I cannot find it right this second. So I'm gonna try to use this. This is the Anastasia brow brush. And I'm just trying to lightly fill in. There are like little gaps where I use that Sephora collection brush because my eye is hooded, so I have to like hold my eye a certain way to be able to do this. And then it creates these little like gaps. Now I'm going to use the transition shade Innocent, and we're going to put that on the lower lash line. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of Claystone, which was that deep shade we put in the outer corner. And I'm just taking one little tiny dot of that. And I'm putting that on the very outer portion of the lower lash line. Okay, I just curled my lashes and now I'm gonna apply some mascara. I'm gonna use my Bobbi Brown Smokey Eye Mascara. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the lips. I'm gonna use Iconic Nude by Charlotte Tilbury. Kind of want to do something pretty pink, I think, but we're gonna do a nude lip liner. And then for lips, I think I'm gonna do this. This is the Bare Minerals Mineralist lipstick in the shade Grace. That's pretty. I don't think I've paired those two together before. That's pretty. And I want to put gloss on top. Maybe. I'm just going to put my Dior Lip Maximizer on top in 001. And that is going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I love this eyeshadow, you guys. This palette did not disappoint me. I'm so happy to finally have this. I love this so much. I can't wait to use it again and use these greens and even this like really bright shimmery purple and the lavender. I don't know, the colors in here just scream at me when I look at it. I love it so much, and I really love this eye look. I don't love the liner. It was a little more than I wanted, but oh well. I love the eyeshadow. I mean, look how wet it looks. Oh, I love it so much. And I love the blush palette, of course. I loved it yesterday and I still love it today. And I also wanted to mention, I'm looking up close here on this cheek that I was having the pilling, and now that I have my powder, bronzer, and blush, there does not seem to be a pilling issue. So I don't know if putting that concealer on that area kind of helped. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to keep playing around with this Peter Thomas Roth primer and let you know what I think. But thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday typically, but who knows? Moving forward, I may continue to post daily. We'll see. Thank you for being here and supporting my channel. Also follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair01. I'll see you in my next video. Remember, simply be you. Bye.